we're going to continue our study of probability. This time we're going to work with 2 or more activities. Sometimes they're related to each other and sometimes they're completely separate. So let's jump right in. We're still working with tree diagrams or lists to talk about what the sample space is. So we have a fair coin. We're going to toss it 2 times. First toss, what could I get? Head or tail? Second toss, what could I get? And if you don't like making a tree diagram, that's okay, because we're also going to list the sample space. So in my first toss, I could get a head with a head or a head with a tail. Or, in my first toss, I could have gotten a tail with either a head or a tail. And again, you're going to have to pick one of those to be good at, and just be good at it. We're going to continue to look at both so that we're covering all possibilities. You have to be good at one of them for the regions. Yeah?
This kind of jump question probably, but if on the regions it tells us to be learning together and like there's one of my questions that we do either one each.
Yep. Yep. Whatever you're good with is good with me. Just be sure it's right, and I don't care how you do it. Letter C. What's the probability of getting exactly 1 head? So, if I get a head and a head, does that count as exactly 1? No. So I have to get a head and a tail, or a tail and a head. So it's head and tail, or a tail and a head. So it's a probability of 2 out of 4 times. You don't have to simplify it, no. No, and I'm going to tell you not to. All right, that's example number 1. Multiple situations. This one happened to involve the same thing, that being a coin. Moving on to number 2. We have a family that's moved in and we know that there's 3 children, but we don't know if they're boys or girls. So, child number 1 could be a what? Boy or girl. Firstborn could be a boy or a girl. Secondborn child could be? And the baby of the family could be a boy or a girl. Okay, so there's our tree diagram of the possible birth order of our children. Well, their children. So, I could have a boy born the first time, and then I could have a boy or a girl for the second child, and then a boy or a girl for the third child. And then, of course, the exact opposite of that is true. I could start with a girl first. And then I could have a boy or a girl.
So we have to do that.
Yep, this is the rest of the list. Right. So letter C, what is the probability that the family next door has 2 girls and 1 boy? So 2 girls, 1 boy. Does it say what order they have to be born in? No. So anywhere that we have 2 G's and a B. possibilities, okay? Find the probability that it's all girls or all boys. All girls or all boys, yep, I'm sorry, I didn't circle it before on my tree diagram. So this is a 2 out of 8. We'll go back to here. They like to give you these kinds of questions in the show your work part, and you get points for having the correct list, and then they'll ask you a question or two about it. To the back, number 3, Franco has some coins in his pocket. He's going to pull out 2 coins without replacement. That means he's not putting the first coin back. Okay? So, this time they're telling us to make a tree diagram. They're not giving you a choice. I'm telling you right now in the Regents they will give you a choice, but this time they didn't. So point number 1, what could he pull out? No. A quarter, a dime, or a nickel? Okay? Quarter, dime, or nickel? He does not put that one back. So if we drew a quarter the first time, what is the possibility for the second coin he gets out of his pocket? Quarter, dime, or nickel. All right? What if he didn't pull out a quarter? What if he pulled out a dime the first time? He could get a quarter, a dime, or a nickel. What's the possibility, though, if he pulled the nickel out first? He could only get a quarter or a dime. Good. All right. What's the probability that he has less than 35 cents? Less than 35 cents. So, let's start at the top. If he got the quarter, then the quarter. Is he less than 40 or 35? No. How about the quarter and the dime? No, he's equal to. How about the quarter and the nickel? Yeah? Okay. How about the dime and the quarter?
No.
Equal to. How about the dime and the dime?
Yes.
Dime and nickel?
Yes.
Less than 35. Good. How about the nickel with the quarter?
Yes.
How about the nickel with the dime? So how many circles do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 3, 6, 8 of them. Right?
So chances are,
Say that again?
chances are I'm gonna have 35 cents.
Right, chances are he's not going to have 35 cents. You're right. All right. Lacey has 4 good friends, 3 girls and 1 boy. She gets to take 2 trips to Florida this year, and she gets to bring a friend. So, when she brings that friend, the same friend cannot be chosen for each trip. And we're supposed to do both the tree diagram and the sample space. Okay? For this situation. So, tree diagram. Of her 4 friends, who can she pick first? She can pick any of them first, right? So we have 4 branches on our first part of the tree. Okay, so she's chosen that friend. They went to Florida. Oh, we're out of time.
Wait, why is there 4?
Because there's 4 friends, 3 girls and 1 boy.
Miss Lindsay, where are you going to put your
I'm going to continue recording because I want to get it finished. Have a great night. Thank you. So they went to Florida, so now there's only 3 choices that can be made for each of these options because we can't repeat. If she's going to end up taking 2 females each time, whoops, I'm sorry, I've got to write these out.
No.
I'm recording. Yeah.
The board and my closest Facebook. I don't know what, and what's on.
Yeah, no, it's mine in April.
Okay, so 2 females, let's see, that's gonna be everybody except Franklin. So anytime we have a Franklin involved, we are counting that. So that's a total of 6 out of 12 times. All right, so remember, it's tree diagrams or sample space, and then be sure that you're somehow, whatever system, I use circling, but be sure you have some kind of a system to mark so that you don't miss one of the possibilities for the questions that are following up. Good luck.